Executive decision made. We are going back to WWE NXT Halloween Havoc 2022. I'm Rob Campbell.
I'm your bastard, Craig Challoner.
Really? Daniel Cornfield.
This is episode 48 of our pay-per-view review, and looking into my crystal ball, I think I might make a mistake on the next episode, which I believe will be fully loaded 1998.
We'll have to see what happens in the future.
To be alive. We are at the Performance Centre. It was on the 22nd of October 2022, which, funny enough, was my mum's birthday. 2 pay-per-views that were covering that family members had birthdays on back-to-back gimmicks. That's good, that is. It was in Orlando, Florida. I don't have an attendance. No one mentioned it. No one give a fuck.
It's always full. That's it.
It was full. It was sold out. The television studio was sold out. And it was on the WWE Network and Peacock. So Charles Lee Ray, he's there in the form of Chucky. Yeah. And a good shout out to Brad Dourif. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. Can't believe he's still going, but dead good. Awesome. And he's doing the TV series as well. It's amazing.
Wormtongue wants to do shit. He's going to get shit done.
There you go.
It's the only voice that should be.
Oh, absolutely.
Although, actually, I will say that Hamill actually did quite a decent job in the reboot.
Also, this side, Mark Hamill, though.
Yeah. He's got a voice. That for me as well, also, he's the voice of Joker.
Yeah, that's Joker. That is Joker.
He's Joker.
Same way as Kevin Conroy to me is Batman. That is the voice of Batman.
Who?
Kevin Conroy, the from the 90s Batman. That is the voice of Batman.
Jensen Ackles has got a good Batman as well. Using Supernatural for people who don't know.
Also under the Red Hood. If you watch that animated. This has become a what you call it.
Shooting the Batman, this is.
And mentioning Batman, Shotzi Joker is here, along with Queen Latifah to open up the show. Vic Joseph and Booker T are the new commentators for NXT. Craig, I thought I'd ask you this one, but how have the new commentators?
I'm all over that. I love that. I fucking love that.
Well, if I can get my question out there, that's
go on.
Supposed to have gone under the radar, that one, but clearly I'm not getting away with it. So, Queen Latifah is in attendance, of course. But Vic Joseph and Booker T are the new commentators for NXT. So, Craig, I thought I'd ask you because I don't know if you've been watching regular or not. I'm assuming that you have. How have they been getting on so far?
Vic is class. I do. Yep. I really like Vic. I don't like Booker on comms. I've never liked Booker on comms. He doesn't mesh with Vic Joseph at all. He talks over him all the time. He's Booker T. No, I got nothing against Booker T. I like Booker T. He's a big personality, but he's the wrong personality to be next to Vic on comms. He just doesn't work for me.
Someone told me I was like Booker T recently on comms. I don't even know who that was, but someone told me I was like Booker T, and I was
man, woman, child, or beast, slap him.
I was half take. I was half like I was like half. That's a good thing because he got on SmackDown and pay-per-views and commentated at WrestleMania, but he's Booker T for fuck's sake. And then I half went, but he weren't that great, was he?
Nah,
I can't remember who said it.
Maybe he'll fit. Maybe it just needs time for him to click. They need a bit more time together. But
me personally, I'm gutted about this. I wish it'd have been someone like Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah, they let him go instead. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, he'll be hired for NXT Europe, he will, won't he? Surely.
I hope wherever
I'm hoping so.
They're a lucky place to wherever they get. I reckon he'll go Impact. Call me weird. I reckon he'll go Impact.
You love him.
Okay, you're weird. I do think that's a good shout.
Cockroach of pro wrestling. Long wastelands.
Okay. There's a lot of gimmick matches on this. Let's get into it. So match one of the night is a strong one. It is a solid opener to the event. It's for the NXT North American Championship. It's contested within a ladder match. It's a multi-man affair. The participants include Nathan Fraser, Oro Mensah, Wesley, Von Wagner, he's with Mr. Stone, and Carmelo Hayes. There are multiple refs. Couldn't quite see all their faces. They are probably in the event, and I will do my best to name them as best as I can throughout the rest of the event, because NXT are not choosing to name their officials like they are on Raw and SmackDown.
No.
But Hugh Hefner's there. He greets us to Carmelo Hayes. Is someone going to correct me if I say that's Trick Williams?
No, that's correct.
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad I had a stab at that and went, yeah, that was him. Trick Williams. Lovely. Okay.
Could have
Little
been
bit.
Williams tonight. Come on. They missed the trick there.
There you go.
Hey.
Could have been anything. This is the fourth time the championship has been defended in a ladder match in its fairly short history, realistically. So the championship has been active since 2018, where Adam Cole Bay was the first ever NXT North American champion. Two sentences that are going to sound really weird, me saying them, but I've got to do it. Wesley, I actually worked a show with back in Birchall's in Warsaw.
Is this when he was...
Nice.
When he was part of the tag team gimmick, the Rascals, yeah.
What was his name back then?
Desmond Xavier?
That's it, because I was thinking Zachary Wentz, but that was...
That's his mate.
Yeah. So,
That's his mate. So they were in the main event, and Mr. Stone, a.k.a. Robbie E., takes us way back, doesn't it, to Bushby, lads. Craig, you were there that night. Don, you were on the card with me. I'm sure you were in the Battle Bowl with me, Don.
I think we were in the Battle Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, I won it. I don't know if you were in it or not. I won it.
He don't give a fuck.
I went home with a trophy.
You was just one of the little ones, Don.
Joey Starr probably fucking threw you out.
I don't think I've been there that long, so I'm sort of... People hadn't realised I was a fucking nutcase. Cheek with that. Hey, Joey Six, I've still got the nail.
So, yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, that is just a little bit of history. Back to the match itself, though. I think, it's a classic. What can you expect from a multi-man ladder match these days? What new things can people do? There was a couple of things. Van Wagner.
What?
Wagner!
Upside, inside out. That's what they sang on X Factor 2, right? Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Van Wagner taking out Shelton Benjamin's mum in the front row was class. I've got plenty of puns for you tonight on this one, boys. Queen Latifah and Shelton Benjamin's mum keep a record, keep a score. But it's a hot crowd, a hot match. The spot of the match for me is when Wagner throws Lee from the ring to the announce table. That was the one for me. Wesley does make the comeback and wins the gold after 19 minutes and 17 seconds. I went with a solid 3 stars.
Yeah, I love this opener. Fucking loved it. Nathan Fraser is amazing as well. Like that man is an entire replay package all on his own. Like you could make an entire fucking collection of wow on him. He's brilliant. That Wagner to Wes across to the table was fucking amazing. And then when Wes hit the knees off the ladder and bounced into the rope and then over it, I honestly thought he was going to kill himself. Because the way he hit that rope, I'm like, he's dead. But fuck, I loved it. I love this match. 3.5 stars for me.
This match was awesome. Like I said, Nathan Fraser is fucking amazing. He was a highlight reel. He reminds me of like Ricochet-esque.
Yeah.
He had that sort of energy about him, just constantly in motion. The one part I liked, I believe it was.
Don't you think though? Sorry, Don. Just about a highlight reel in ladder matches. Shelton Benjamin back in the day.
Yes.
Every single ladder match that motherfucker was in, the Money in the Bank. You would look forward to Shelton Benjamin being in it
100%.
for a very similar reason.
Same with like Kofi with Royal
Rumble.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He had that reputation for a while where it was like, if you saw his name in that match type, expect something. And
now he's fucking it up.
Just needs a push, man. Like, I fucking love me a bit of Shelton Benjamin. One part that popped me was when I think it was Fraser and not Hayes. It was Hayes when they had the little ladder and they were smashing Von Wagner over the rail, and there was that guy with the one Von Wagner section sign just looking horrified. I found 3.5 for this as well. If you're going to start a pay-per-view in 2022 and you've got a gimmick like this, use it.
Use it.
Especially with the people that've got to do it.
Yeah. And also, Wesley, first ever singles title.
Yeah.
That's insane to think that's his first ever, and that's legit. He's never won a title on his own in a major company, so well done to that lad. You deserve it.
And that's what the fans were chanting. There's 2 dark matches to mention before we move on. Kiana James defeated Valentina Feroz, and Axiom, also known as A-Kid, got the win over Javier Bernal. Any of those ring a bell? We've seen them on TV. Are they any good?
Axiom is good.
Javier, he's decent.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've got nothing much for you.
Yeah. I didn't watch their matches, so I don't know.
No, neither did I. Mid-sentence, Vic Joseph before he's interrupted by Druids in the casket. I mean, I thought, what the fuck's going on here, like? But then we get what I can only describe as a B horror movie or a bad porn.
I feel like that's being generous.
Either way, I was all right with it because we're going to get Toxic Attraction and, well, I'm going to call her Kaylee Ray.
Alba Fire.
Alba
Fire.
Yeah,
Alba Fire.
To me. That's Kaylee.
So, what do you want to talk about here then?
Why they put blonde back in Mandy's hair?
Why can't Mandy Rose act after all these years of acting?
None of them fucking can.
It was really bad.
Was the makeup and the props so cheap?
Why was the microphone in the Range Rover on show?
Well, the actors in the Haunt House getting extra pay for hazards because they were getting fucked up.
They were getting fucked up. They didn't expect to go into Disney fucking studios that night and get fucked up. That's for sure.
You do that at Scarefest on Alton Towers, you get kicked out for attacking the...
God.
Apparently, you get fucking pay-per-view time if you do it in WWE. Sorry, NXT, whatever.
To be fair, with some of these guys, they honestly, it feels like they was people that was at a Halloween house. Yeah. And WWE went, come with me. What do you normally get paid? I'll pay you double. Come on. And they stuck them in there, just didn't tell them what was about to happen.
Literally.
Yeah. Do your gimmick, and then you might need to fall over afterwards. Just
Mate, some of them zombies genuinely look scared of the girls.
Yeah.
It was like, they went, rah, and the girls went, fuck off. And they went, ah.
That's always should have happened exactly.
No one smartened them up. Not one person smartened them up, did they?
Oh, mate. Yeah, I mean, it just looked cheap as well. It looks so cheap. Zombievers had better fucking prosthetics and shit than this.
I think because I showed Danny the segment and I was like, you need to see this because of how bad it is. And he says that it was on par with strippers versus zombies.
It's not fucking far off.
Yeah.
Right. I like. There was a little reference they made to a preview. I think the year before they had a sort of similar gimmick with this, with Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes, Gargano and Dexter Lumis. So I like that little bit of continuity. It's like, this looks familiar. Like
oh yeah, where they said that. Yeah. That makes sense. Well, fuck them. Moving on. Casket match. We got Apollo Crews versus what?
What is it?
Casket match.
A what?
Casket.
A goddamn casket. Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller, a goddamn casket match in capitals.
Okay, all right then. So we got Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller in a goddamn casket match.
Also, how fucking shit are them druids? It took them that entire bullshit segment to get from the start of the entrance to the ring,
and it was a dead
blowing.
Dead shit casket that they put out there as well.
Mate, that was Hornswoggle casket. Like, what the fuck?
And we obviously know why now.
Yeah, but
as
poor
the match
Apollo,
progressed.
fucking hell.
But, oh yeah, terrible. All of the plywood just flying about, terrible. So the referees, there's two refs, Adrian Butler and Chris Danning. Now, one of the things that I want to mention about looking into some of these referees that obviously I'm not aware of their names and stuff. I've come across like a list of current WWE officials with their current salaries and their bonuses when it comes to main eventing and stuff like that. But a lot of these NXT referees have actually got gimmick names rather than their real name, which is dead weird. So Adrian Butler used to use his real name. For context, Adrian Butler is the Asian official, okay? His real name is Daryl Sharma. What the fuck is wrong with Daryl Sharma, please? And why are we now calling him Adrian Butler?
Only thing I can think of, WWE don't want to lose the rights to the name, so they give him a gimmick name. But even then, it's a ref. No disrespect to refs, but
it's just a dead weird thing that I've not really seen before when it comes to referees.
It's got to do with money, though.
I was going to say, like, if they go over to somewhere else, then you like Mike Chioda, for instance. If you go like, oh, the referee for that
maybe
match
that's
was
the thing
that guy there with the dark hair, rather than doing Mike Chioda, like, you know, because he's going elsewhere. But fuck knows, you know what? The like weird with shit like that, isn't they?
Dead weird.
I own everything.
Yeah.
Well, this one is it's a hard-hitting physical match, and after seeing the video package that led into it, I can see why it needed to be the way that it was. Obviously, Apollo Crews does go through that fake ply hornswoggle casket that we mentioned. The lights go out, and all of a sudden it seems that Apollo has summoned a casket, it seems, from the Druids, a much bigger one, by the way, that was made for two men to fit in, and it was padded like the outside of the ring and had velvet cushions in there. But whatever. It doesn't really go anywhere, is my point. He summons it and then nothing happens. Grayson Waller is able to get back on top of him. And realistically, they're able to just continue the match like that didn't even fucking happen. It's 12 minutes, 58 seconds. I think Apollo Crews goes over in the end anyway, doesn't he? 2.5 stars.
Yeah.
Go 2.5 stars. That was good.
Video package was all right. I mean, the old school blinding, some proper Shango gimmicks. Like, you know, I'm okay with that. I suppose it was all right. Apollo Crews left SmackDown so he could get away from that kind of bullshit gimmick. But you know, that's fine.
Wakanda.
Exactly. It didn't make a lot of sense. There wasn't a lot of continuity throughout this match at all, and it was a bad match at all. It wasn't a bad match by any means, but story-wise, it was awful. It didn't do anything for me. But I still found 2.5 stars for it.
I'm thinking about this. Like, is there a way they could have done the casket in a different way? Because obviously it was a spin the wheel, make a deal match.
It was.
That's always going to get an extra bonus for me. So Shotzi could have come out, for instance, says, no. I might be the host, but this match ain't ending like this. Bring out another one. Because then Apollo Crews apparently is now the Undertaker who has druids to hand.
Yeah.
Madness.
No one's character in that match made sense to have that sort of thing. So, but it was a good match. Like I say, Apollo Crews is awesome.
Yeah.
Always been a fan of him. He's just not been used right. He's one of them guys. If he gets the right push, I reckon he could do something.
Yeah.
And don't make him put on an accent. He's from for God's sake. Grayson Waller, first time I've ever seen him wrestle. I was impressed. For a guy his size, he can move.
He's good.
I'd be really impressed by him. I found two. For this. I just think the stipulation was the weird part. I think that took me out of it. I think these two just in a straight one-on-one match would have been a fun match.
Yeah.
So 2 stars for me.
So the actual wrestling side of this match was pretty decent, to be fair. It was just the shit that went with it.
Yeah, and that probably ruined the ambulance match that we'll talk about a little bit later as well, to be fair. But nothing will be as bad as the next match on this card, I feel. First of all, Chase University gimmicks. What's the crack there then? What's going down?
I like
because it felt like an episode of Testing Raymond.
Yeah, but a really bad one. That really Chase host is terrible.
He is. He ain't a bastard.
He ain't a bastard. Although he is a bit, but
I do like the swearing gimmick.
Yeah. Like Chase is really good.
Yeah.
Like everything that he does is really fucking solid. But I've even put down here, I cannot find a way to defend this segment. What a pile of wank.
Yeah.
It annoyed me how bad it was.
This show, to me, I think the problem with this show was they had, I think, 7 matches on this card, something like that. Half this was advert for someone that wasn't there or random cutaway gags. That was it. Like, you are fully padding the fuck out this pay-per-view.
I feel like a lot of this stuff was to just pop themselves.
Yeah.
Bucket said.
Him starting to swear and it being bleeped made me laugh, I'm not going to lie. Even if it was a bag of shit, I like a good bleeping in a promo. So, plus WWE to allow that, I like that.
Sure, Michael's running the show now. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
We don't get bleeps on this month.
No, we do not. We are uncut.
You think the editor's going to bleep that one there just to prove a point?
I love it. I love it. So yeah, we do get Mandy Rose getting smacked to the back seat of the Range Rover before Mackenzie Mitchell and Pretty Deadly, the NXT Tag Team Champions, have a little bit of an interview along with the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. Because apparently Tuesday is going to be Tag Team Championship Tuesday or some gimmick like that, where the titles are going to be on the line.
Yeah,
that's probably what day are we on?
I'm going to say the results.
It's Thursday.
That's happened.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Oh, go on then. Who won?
Okay, so the men's tag team, Pretty Deadly,
yeah,
and in the women's, Lions and Stark actually won.
Of course they did. Because she is being pushed to the moon, isn't she, Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got Cameron Grimes push, she has. To the moon. Where was he?
Where was he?
I love Grimes as well.
Yeah.
I was gutted he won on the show.
More Grimes.
I didn't know a lot of the people on this show, to be fair. Weapons Wild match. Fucking, let's get to it, man. Cora Jade, before we go any further, wowee. That's all I want to say about Cora Jade. Yeah, I've seen her a few times, but when she come out today at Halloween Havoc, I was like, whoa, yeah. And she's taking on Roxanne Perez with Derek Sanders as the referee. Fucking Colonel Sanders, fucking cousin. Oh my God, Cora Jade is hot. And the only thing that made it hotter was the Halloween Ends pop-up from the entrance along with the music.
I thought that, but no, Rob's going to get hard on with this.
I did. And I've seen the film and I still got hard. It was fine. So it starts off pretty poor. The skateboard shots are fucking terrible. The weapon shots are terrible. The podium fall is pretty terrible. But you know what? I'm going to give them credit. I'm going to give them credit for having a fucking good go at it, putting themselves out there, doing what they needed to do within 12 minutes and 25 seconds. And Cora Jade's fit, so 1 star.
Yeah, this was 2 women that didn't look comfortable doing this match. But it started off weak as fuck. You just can't be about that. It was terrible. But they kind of eased into it as it went. Roxanne Perez fell onto or got knocked into a fan in the crowd, and she landed on his lap, and he looked disgusted. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Risk getting thrown out now, mate. You've got fucking Roxanne on your lap. Like, fuck me. But I felt for them in this match because they didn't feel like they was in the right place for them. It just didn't seem like the match for them.
No.
Pop Rocks finishes onto a pile of chairs. I'm okay with that. I'll give this 4.5.
I got massive Vince McMahon vibes when they was on that podium.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to push him out of the way. This is how you do it. And then when I saw that.
To be honest, that would have been better.
I would have popped hard for that.
Rather than the cuddle fall.
I think the problem with this match, I think a lot of matches have this problem in this pay-per-view, is because there's so many gimmicks, it ruins the idea of the gimmick match. Like, oh, there's this stipulation, like, what's wrong with just having a good-fashioned one-on-one match?
I agree. I do agree. Don't get me wrong. However, what I think hurts it, because the gimmick matches are different. Other than the casket and the ambulance matches, they're still a trapping finish. That they're done differently, but they're in concept still the same thing. If the talent was better, and because the agents have put together a good structure that doesn't make it feel too familiar to what you've already seen so far. Yeah. So the agents have done a fantastic job. The talent, I'm afraid, have not done a great job.
And in fairness, the talent they had in this match was decent. I mean, Roxanne Perez was a former Ring of Honor Women's Champion. In fact, she was the last Women's Champion before they went off air.
No.
And Alania Black, who is Cora Jade, still quite young, but she's, she
said she was 12. What? What do you mean?
It was a kid all along, Gus.
Also, I got Negan versus Pennywise vibes from the entrance.
Yeah. I'm going to say I was all right with it. I was all right with that. But no, I just wish this match, it felt weak, for lack of a better term. And I just wish it needed, it just needed something better. I think the fall as well, when they both got up really quick off the fall, that hurt. It's like, I hate someone, but I'm still human. I'm going to get fucked up. You're not Michael Myers. You're not Schmeichel Schmeyers. You're no one,
Or Corey Cunningham.
Oh, God. Already. I found 1 star for this. Bit disappointed, to be honest, but it happened. And the Pop Rocks finish on the chairs, that was a nice end, though. I will give credit to that.
Shotzi at Beetlejuice, by God. My God! Oh, fucking hell. Wow. Hot damn. And then obviously the banana, known as the Super Diva, Quincy, before Lash Legend interrupts and she gets fucked up. So is there anything else that we want to talk about there?
For anyone that doesn't know Quincy, like, you need to take some time to check Quincy out. They are fucking quality. Like, honestly, mate, like, check them out in the ring. Like, Quincy pulls off some shit for the size that they are. They really go for it, and they can move.
I love that you're using pronouns.
Yeah,
that's dead good, that is. I'm proud of you. You're dead old, but I'm proud of you. I love that.
Thanks, I think.
No, it's a compliment because I haven't got the patience for it. Oh, fair play to you. Look, I'll do it. I will do it, but I just haven't got the patience for it.
I didn't realise they used the pronoun they. I thought it was he.
I'm 100% because Vic even used pronouns and then also used they. And I was like, right, be safe.
on the side.
Go that way with it.
He uses Yokozuna. They use Yokozuna's finish. See, I can do it. It just takes me a little bit more effort. It's just the way that I am. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't mean any offense. I don't. I get on with everybody. I've got black friends.
Plenty of friends.
All right, Kanye, how you doing, you prick?
Oh, what a cunt he's.
What a cunt he's. I'll tell you what, fuck me, man. Piers Morgan had him bent over, fucking lubed up, ready to go, didn't he, the other day?
That was
funny.
brilliant, that is. That's something else you should all go and watch. Fucking quality.
DEFCON 3. Unbelievable, Jeff.
It's okay for him to cuss the Jews.
They do a bit of gold dust. Yeah, they do a bit of gold dust, and they do Yokozuna's finish. It's an interesting character. I like it.
Yeah. Booker T doesn't get it.
Oh, of course he doesn't. It's Booker T.
Booker T's not a fan.
I did read something about it. It says, look, I didn't get Goldust back in the day. This is Booker T's words, but look how well known he is now.
He also said in that same thing, I can't be homophobic. I worked with Goldust. In the same, pretty much the same sentence that he said about working with Goldust, and he didn't like it, then he did. He said, I can't be homophobic. I worked with Goldust.
If he just would have said,
we're coming for you, Hulk Hogan.
I loved working with Goldust. Goldust was great. You know what I mean?
One of my, and then
I had some of the best times in my Goldust and Booker T run. Job done. I kissed my tag team partner on New Year's Eve one day.
You know,
in front of my missus.
The whole thing with Booker T is as well. You know for well that he's not homophobic, like, because he's not. But the way he puts shit out there, it makes him come across like such a dick sometimes.
The thing is, though, is it the best disguise to be if he's homophobic?
Well, yeah.
He is, but actually isn't. The double bluff scenario.
If you will.
Keeps you guessing all the time. He's making you Chucky Duck when he's quacky quack.
I love the gays, but I don't like the homos. That's what it is, isn't it?
What schism?
If I could draw a homophobe.
If I could draw a pedophile.
Okay, now. Come on, Savile.
What schism? What schism? I've wrote schism gimmicks. Who are they?
So it's the team of Joe Gacy.
I might. Sorry, I've just had a really random thought that I need to get off my chest because I'm going through this 2-litre bottle like absolutely nobody's business, and I'm going to spend a lot of time out later. And I don't want to be in that position where I'm pissing like a racehorse. Slow me down. All right. Cheers. Thanks.
So, actually, while we're on it quickly, Craig, what are you drinking? Because we normally do bring this up. And because
this is Ribena, by the way.
I'm going to say this is daytime recording, so in most no alcohol.
2 litre
There's no alcohol.
Ribena.
There is taurine, though, as I'm on a mixed punch.
Oh, is that a punchline?
It's just the punch one.
I'll have you.
The darker pink.
I'll have you later.
I'm going to say I'm still sipping on a soft Vimto.
Vimto.
I always called it Vinto when I was a kid, put an N, because it didn't sound right, Vimto. So I called it Vinto.
So schism.
Well, I'm vetoing that.
Schism is a team of Joe Gacy.
Schism.
Oh, fuck, what their name? I can only remember the British, like what they used before they changed the gimmicks. There's
Gallagher and Drake, right?
And Drake, yeah. And then they changed the name, basically like a sort of cult gimmick. Which I'll give a spoiler alert.
There is a spoiler alert.
The next member to Schism, which is announced on the Tuesday after the show, is actually The Rock's daughter.
Simone Johnson.
Yeah, the fourth generation superstar.
Ava Rain,
yeah.
Rainy sucks.
This is what happens when your dad's raising Kevin Hart, so you join a cult.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was great. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, thanks for that, Don. We're off to an ambulance match now. It's Damon Kemp versus Julius Creed. Joey Gonzalez is apparently the referee, if that is your real name. And I've just got a serious appeal before we go into this. 22.2 million pumpkins are set to go to waste this year. And we'll add another fucking 4 to that number because Julius Creed is a cunt.
Who knew that pumpkins had the same sort of elasticity as a basketball?
Mate, that last pumpkin was
dodgeball.
If you can dodge a pumpkin, you can dodge a wrench.
Duck and dive. The wheelchair spot is fucking dreadful. I'm not a massive fan of this match overall. I think it's passable, and that's why, again, I've gone with 1 star because I appreciate what they're trying to do. Some of the spots are good, but overall, it is fucking dreadful. 14 minutes, 9 seconds.
Yeah, I've not got a lot with this. When they kicked the ambulance door in Damon's face, that was nice. I like that. That looked like it hit him right in the fucking mush, and he sold it well. The wheelchair spot, the trap bit, I thought was dead good. The wheelchair trap, but then you did nothing with it.
That's what I'm saying.
It was shit. I wanted to see Kane and Zack Ryder off the stage kind of shit. That's what I wanted from that. And instead it was like, meh. It was a throwaway. This whole match was kind of a throwaway. And again, these two are fucking solid. This should and could have been fucking quality. So this only got 1 star for me.
I'm going to say, I got 1.5. I think this was better than the Weapons War match. Again, the trap with the wheelchair was awesome. I wish he'd have just fucking full forced him into the stairs because I thought, okay, they're setting the stairs up. This is interesting. He's in the wheelchair. Oh shit, he's gonna run his head into it. I thought, okay. And then he was like, he barely touched it. It was like as slow as you possibly can. I think they went to the ambulance too much, personally.
Yeah.
With all the paid extras.
Yeah. Also, if you're a paying member, if you're a paying audience member and they go, right, okay, so over there is the actual pay-per-view, you can stand here for 3 hours plus watching an ambulance because that's all you're going to fucking see.
You could see some of the frustration on the crowd when there was a lot happening in the casket, and the way that the camera was positioned was obviously at the casket, but then you had crowd members obviously in the background, and some of the looks on their faces was frustrated because they couldn't see what was going on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if there's a screen. I doubt there is, and obviously,
as much as you're filming for the network and for people, whatever, you've still got to entertain the audience that's there.
Yeah.
If they ain't feeling it, people at home, you notice that. The crowd ain't into a match, you notice that as a
Mate, Kemp was getting booed so hard, it was fucking untrue. And then boring chants coming out.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but it's a shame because again, like you said, Craig, these are two really talented guys.
Well, the other thing about that is well with the boring chant, that's rare to see at an NXT.
Yeah, because usually they put a pay-per-view on, it is fucking quality from top to.
Yep.
It's a proper showcase.
There's loads of apron spots. There's loads of near falls. Yeah. It's what we want in 2022, apparently.
Yeah.
It is the style of the time. But nah, like I said,
if you will.
It was better than the Weapons War match, in my opinion, but not by much. And I don't think walking, so I went 1.5.
Okay. Well, it's a good transition from the ambulance match into the B horror movie because that's going to continue. As the NXT Women's Championship is going to be on the line where the champion Mandy Rose takes on Alba Fire. Chris Danning is apparently the referee here. Is this technically the sequel to what we've witnessed earlier, if you would have called that a movie, or is this still part of the movie?
This is a continuation of the movie. This is it felt like an after credits scene to me.
Okay, so we're not dragging out
extras.
Two films. We're getting one film with a bit of extra.
I would have gone, this is one film, but the little bit in between is where you add a sub character.
Okay.
To introduce you to maybe a sequel at some point, and then we come back to the final of the film.
Okay.
May have seen that recently.
Like a 3-act film.
Could have seen that recently. Yeah. Well, how hot is Mandy Rose?
Oh, she's a little bit warm, isn't she?
Mm.
Personally, not my favourite member of Toxic Attraction.
I can understand why.
I think you know me well enough to know which one I would go for.
Well, I'd hope it's the redhead, technically. Yeah. I mean, she's ginger, but yeah, red, you know. Yes, I'm with you. Don't worry about it. I'm with you.
I'm going to say,
I can appreciate all three of them.
Oh, right. They're all beautiful women. And like I said, they're all talented. Except for Mandy Rose, she still sucks. She sucks as a wrestler.
She ain't as bad as she used to be.
No, I agree, but she still sucks. It's like a 2% improvement is still an improvement.
So the finish to the movie was okay. 7 minutes and 7 seconds is the bell-to-bell time of this match. Toxic Attraction, the rest of them do turn up and get involved, which is great. I've concluded as an overall rating, including the movie, of 1.5 stars.
Yeah, I ain't got a lot for it. I've done the same as you. I've got it on here that it's combined as well, and I got it down to 1.5. I did have it a little bit higher, but then I got a little bit more upset closer to the end of the match, and I was like, "Nah, fuck it, 1.5."
I got 1, including the movie. Kaylee Ray is awesome. Like, this is no knock on Kaylee Ray at all. But the fucking shitty acting. I should love this.
Yeah.
You should all love this for how bad it was, the acting.
Mainly, yeah.
Mainly, but there's a certain point, it's like, I want to watch wrestling. I don't want to watch a bad movie. If I want to watch a bad movie, I'll watch a bad movie. There's a way you can do this gimmick.
Like a bad movie, she is looking through me. Nice, I like that. As I fail miserably, trying to get the girl all the bad guys want. She's the girl all the bad guys want.
Hero of pop rock.
All stars for that performance. It needed more headbanging with a wig. It needed a wig. A little wiglet would have done that for me. 5 stars there. Yeah, 1 star.
Okay.
How is Mandy Rose the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion ever?
Because she's over like a motherfucker.
Over like Rover down in Florida, brother.
I don't see it, but
the swamp people love a bit of Mandy Rose.
The swamp people. It's up there with Queen Latifah. And Alabama Austin.
That's a spoiler alert from the next episode.
Oh yeah, that's a future spoiler alert.
Also, if you want a spoiler alert for the next episode, we averagely rated fully loaded at 1.77 stars.
For a show we haven't actually reviewed yet.
For a show that we haven't reviewed yet, okay.
Yeah. This is what happens when we have to keep in and out of the DeLoreans and the phone booths and the quantum leaps and all kinds of shit.
All of the gimmicks.
All the gimmicks. All the time traveling.
This is what happens when we're not in the DeLorean.
This is what happens when we have to do this shit during the day.
Yeah.
Because some fucking cunt keeps coming out with new shows.
The NXT Championship is on the line in a triple threat match in our main event as the reigning defending champion Bron Breakker takes on the NXT UK signees, I guess, in Ilya Drag.
Go on, we believe in you, Rob.
Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov, it's close.
And JD McDonough.
There you go.
He's from Ireland.
He's from Ireland. Now you can do this one. Go on.
I love it. He's from Ireland. I love the Guinness. It's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to join the business.
I genuinely thought he was going to do Jamaican accent.
I expected like an Italian or something coming out there.
Mamma mia! The pasty, the pasty.
I love it, the Guinness, eh? The Guinness is so good.
The pasty and the guineas. These Greg's is shit.
Oh, fuck, man. Stereotypical voices.
So D.A. Brewer is the referee. What do you say, mate? It's a physical match.
Fucking hell, he's from Dudley now.
Oh, my ref.
You want a curry? A lamb stick?
Oh, you've got plenty of friends. It's fine.
I have. I've got plenty of friends.
Are you happy that you sat down to watch this show? Just watch us laugh at each other.
Fuck's sake.
They should be.
You want to be. Especially
Because I
Witty.
am.
Witty's loving seeing this bit.
Oh, he's loving it. He's loving watching this on Spotify.
He's looking through his windscreen going, I love this picture.
Looking through the broken glass. Don't know how much time has passed. I don't know to feel like forever. No one ever knows that I'm ever at home.
I also realised earlier that Witty's the most shouted out person on our show.
I don't know. Captain's up there. Danny's up there.
I think
Captain and Danny.
Make a run for it. I think we need to have them on as a team, man. But just them two, though.
Okay.
About the show. It needs to be about the show.
About this show.
Yeah.
So we've got to do a testing round, man, about this show. So it's testing Witty.
You think
Testing
after I've been to Amsterdam, I'll remember what we've talked about for the last 90 minutes?
That's the editor's problem.
So,
he's just texted me. He said, "Fuck off."
I thought the fans in general did not like this one, if I'm honest, and I don't think it was better than what we got at the beginning of the night. I think it was good. I think it was a solid match. But I don't think it was better than a ladder match, and that's where my ratings landed. So it was 23 minutes, 47 seconds. I think Bron Breakker had to slow down a lot, and the other two really did carry it. But they've got a lot of history and a lot of chemistry on the Indies, in the UK, blah, blah, blah. I've gone 2.5 stars.
See, I had this the same originally as the first, and then had to reevaluate. I did enjoy this match, I did, but I'm not a big fan of fucking Breakker. He's not bad by any means. I just
neither of the crowd.
Yeah, Dragunov and fucking obviously JD. They're fucking quality. They're absolutely insanely good. And the flying headbutt, I love his flying headbutt, Dragunov's flying headbutt. But it didn't do that much with Breakker. I don't know. I don't get him really. But I gave this 3.25.
Why he's not a Steiner brother is beyond me. Like, just call him Bron Steiner. I don't care.
Bronson Steiner.
Yeah.
Job done.
The reference the Steiners all the while.
Yeah.
His moveset.
Uncle Scotty.
His dad and his uncle. It's so why not?
What did you rate it? 3.25?
3.25.
Bloody hell, cheeky quarter. I don't even put one in for this episode. That's hilarious, that is.
I'm thinking back to the episode we haven't filmed yet when you put a quarter
in. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. I don't know, like this match to me, I had to watch twice. Because the first time I sort of was like, I'll be honest, by this point in the first time I watched it, I was burnt out by this show. I was done. So I went, right, I'll give it a break. I'll watch it again. Just this match. So, and I was happy with the match. If it had been JD O'Donnell versus Ilya Dragunov, it would have been fucking fantastic.
Yep.
I think any variation in this match with just two of the three would have been fine, but these three, for some reason, just did not work. The crowd, I think, are done with Bron Breakker as well. Because at the end of the match, once it's done, did you see people turn their backs on it?
Around, yeah.
That's a fucking burial.
Yeah.
That's class.
They waited for that perfect moment to go, go on, we know what you're going to do. They did it, and then the crowd went, goodbye.
So it was
Any-
weird to see Velma and Daphne turn the back on Bron.
Oh,
oh,
Velma.
oh, Velma. Hey, Daphne thinks she's got it, but she don't.
I want to say she had it at one point. That ship has sailed.
She's had it a lot of points as well, I reckon. Dirty bitch.
Oh, Freddie.
They've even got Scooby Doo in the new one. What the fuck? Sorry. In the breeze. But yeah, I got 2.5. It was a good match. I love what they.
2.5, did you say?
I said 2.5. JD Adona played heel perfectly in this.
Yeah.
He did not want to get involved until he had to.
Yeah,
And I just
really
thought
good
that's what
storytelling.
Get straight out. Hit something, get straight out. Play that perfectly. And Ilya Dragunov's intensity is amazing. He genuinely looks like he's in a fight for his life every time he's in the ring. And it sucks me in every time. So, unfortunately, it just didn't work tonight on this card. So,
for anyone who wants to go back and watch Dragunov match, watch him against Walter.
Yeah. Watch him
Not Gunther. Watch him against Walter.
Watch him if you've got the luxury of ICW on demand. Him and Pete Dunne put on a fucking clinic of a match for ICW, which I think you can actually get on the network now. So yeah, give that a watch. There you go. Some Ilya Dragunov matches. Unfortunately, just not for me, this one.
Okay. And that has been NXT Halloween Havoc 2022. I've enjoyed doing a modern pay-per-view. I'm not going to say no to more, but we'll decide as we go along which ones we do. Yeah, what do you think?
This was poor as far as NXT pay-per-views go.
Oh, yeah, very poor. It's still coming over 2 stars as an average. Craig, you liked it the most.
Yeah.
After that statement, that was good.
Yeah, but it's
it is what it is. But
Yeah.
compare it to Clash of the Castle, which was our last modern pay-per-view that we did, that reigned in over 3 stars. So
there were some classics on that one, though.
Absolutely.
100%.
There you go. That has been the pay-per-view review of Halloween Havoc 2022. I've been Rob Campbell.
I'm your bastard, Craig Challoner.
And hi, it's Jermichael here. Would you like extra syrup with your coffee? Daniel Cornfield.
To return some videotapes.
So what was your favourite moment of that pay-per-view review, right? Put it in the comments, bitches. And also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe on all of the gimmicks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Go do it. You heard me, bitches. No?